it's Joe, and we're here in Union Gap, Washington on a crisp January morning. And we get a lot of people that are calling in and asking about the differences between the 16-foot sport model Lunds. So today we decided to put together a video for you showing you the 1675 Adventure XS, which I'm standing in front of now, the 1650 Rebel XL, and that's the sport model. And then next to that, we have the 1650 Angler Sport. So all three of these boats are the windshield model boats. There's going to be some similarities between them, but there's also some differences, and that's really what we want to do, is point out the differences between the boats. To give you an idea, the 1675 is the longest boat. It's also the widest boat. As you go down in the models to the 1650 Rebel XL and the 1650 Angler, you're going to get a little bit narrower, and the options on the inside are going to change just a little bit. Obviously, price point's going to reflect the differences in the boats, number one being the size, but then also some of the added features that are inside the boats. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start here in the 1675 Adventure XS, kind of show you what we got going on here, and then we'll work our way over to the 1650 just to show you some of the differences. So we'll get inside the boats now. So now we're in the 1675 Adventure XS, and this is the largest of the three 16-footers offered by Lund. There's going to be some other differences like we talked about before. First and foremost, this is the only 16-foot model that has integrated flip seats in the back of the boat. So over here on the starboard side, as well as the port side, we've got two integrated flip seats. They're there when you need them. When you don't, you just flip those guys back down, and you have yourself a full casting platform across the back here. So I can actually step up, be able to do some casting from the back of the boat, not have to flip anything up or down like we're going to have to in the 1650 Rebel, but we'll take a look at that in just a minute. Another thing about this boat is if you look at the sides, all of these boats do have a little bit of storage compartments on the sides. In the 1675 Adventure, you're going to access that storage compartment in some cubby holes up underneath here on the bottom. So both the starboard and the port side, little cubbies, extra storage inside this guy. So that's going to be one difference between this boat and the other two. Another major difference in this boat is that you actually have an in-floor rod locker. So you have your casting platform up in the front. You actually step up into the casting platform here behind the windshield instead of in front of it like the other two boats. So you come here, make your step up, then walk through the windshield, so it offers a decent amount of space in here. Now the reason that they did that is that this compartment that I'm standing on is your in-floor rod storage. Lockable storage as well too. Gas assist shock there. I'll stand back so you can take a peek inside there. So now you have some storage inside the boat. Be able to put your rods in there for storage, lock that up, out of your way, out of sight, out of mind kind of deal here. This boat is equipped with the optional sport top with walkway curtain. In the 1675 Adventure, you've actually got your sport top, which lays directly inside the boat, tucks up underneath your two flip seats, and has a top hider. So this top is really nice because it's back underneath. It's not in your way when you're not using it, but in case you need it, it's real easy to access and get that thing set up. A little bit of differences between the other two boats. And the other thing to note here is you do have your live well on the back side of this boat. So that is in the cockpit of the boat as well. Live well in the cockpit. You've got flip up seating here, and you have in-floor rod storage. Three of the major differences between this boat, the 1650 Rebel, and the 1650 Angler. So we'll take a look at the 1650 Rebel XL next. So now we're in the 1650 Rebel XL, and first thing that I want to point out is this is kind of your intermediate boat as far as size-wise goes. Still have a decent amount of room inside here, but when I put my arms out here, you're going to see that, you know, it's got some good room here. You've also got some good room aft forward. This boat here does have the same seating as we have back here across the transom. The biggest difference in the 1650 Rebel XL is that this is a flip seating option. If you notice right now, when I'm back here behind the captain's seat and the passenger seat, not a lot of room. That's because the flip seat is in the down position. It does offer a really nice casting platform back here. And then when you need it, you can actually flip this guy up, snap down here, snap here, and now you have 2 extra seats across the back. So it does give you some more room inside here, and gives it the ability to be able to fish. This is a really nice boat. It's probably our best selling 16-foot boat between the 3 of them. You can get this powered up with all sorts of power, all the way up to the 90 horsepower. Real good running boat. If we move forward from here, you're going to notice our windshield. In the 1675, we had to step up back here in the cockpit area. We've actually got to come forward on this boat and then step up once we get to the front side of the windshield. Another difference between the 1675 Adventure and the 1650 Rebel XL is our live well was in the transom of the boat on the 1675 Adventure. Here in the 1650 Rebel, your live well is actually up here in the bow of the boat. So you flip this up here, live well here. You've got battery storage for your bow mount motor. Step down immediately between the windshield, and then again you've got your flip seating on the back here. Something that I forgot to mention on the 1675 is it has an integrated fuel cell in the 1675 Adventure. You also have an integrated fuel cell here in the 1650 Rebel XL, and I'll point out why that's the difference between the next boat that we're going to get in, the 1650 Angler Sport. Okay, so this is the last of the 3 boats. 1650 Angler Sport, full windshield model. You can get this boat in a side console. You can also get it in a tiller. Same thing with the 1650 Rebel. That comes in a side console. It also comes in a tiller style and a side console on the 1675 Adventure. So one of the things that I mentioned while we were in the 1650 Rebel XL is an integrated fuel cell. Here on the 1650 Angler, we have a 6-gallon fuel cell, easily accessible, but it is a portable tank. And in order to access that tank, what you need to do is you need to flip up over here on the starboard side. You have your gas cap right there and your fuel cells inside here. So on the other side, we have a battery. That's going to be your house battery for the motor, running any of your electronics, things of that nature. But we're going to take a look at the size here. And I put my arms out. On the other one, a little bit more room, from side to side. This one's a little more compact, like we talked about before. Price is going to reflect what you get in these 3 16-foot boats. Very nice boat. This one's coming on really strong. Only been available for a couple of years, but we're doing a decent amount of these guys. You don't have the flip seat option on the back here, so you do have your removable seats back here. If I come in front here, makes things a little bit tighter, but when we move that seat out, it does give us the room we're looking for a couple of people to be able to fish. So that's one of the differences between this boat and the other boats. No flip seating back here. You have an external fuel cell that's in the back, but the bow area is very similar to the 1650 Rebel XL. Again, have to walk through the windshield, step up onto your casting platform in front, and then on this boat, you also have your live well inside here. These can come with optional sun tops for both of these boats. So you could get the sport top for this boat as well as that one. Doesn't have the same convenience of the top hider underneath that the 1675 Adventure does. So when you're not using your canvas, it kind of lays across the side and comes back here. Needs to be secured while you're running down the freeway. So if you're looking for a sun top, having that versatility, want it out of your way, always on the boat, 1675 Adventure is a great way to go. Not only for that, but also the transom live well and the in-floor storage. 1650 Rebel, great benefits there as well too. Optional flip seat across the back, integrated fuel cell on that one. You do have a live well, it is forward, can get some of the same options as you can on the 1675, and then you get down here to the 1650 Angler, same thing. Very nice boat, our price point boat out of the 3, so give us a call and we can discuss pricing with you on the 3 different boats. So there you have it, the 16-foot models from Lund. We're going to do individual walkarounds on all 3 of these boats, and we're going to post those on our YouTube page where you're going to be able to find this video. So take a look at those too for more information. Thanks.